Hey guys, I wanted to discuss a game that I used to play a lot and I tried beating. I've never been able to do on the NES. It's called Solstice. It's actually one of my favorite games on the NES, despite the fact that I've never beaten it. The timing to talk about this game seems right because there's a new game coming out that looks a lot like it called Lumo, coming out for the PlayStation 4. I'm not too sure if it was released digitally already or it's coming out both digitally and physically the same day, which will be August 30th of 2016. Anyways, the reason I wanted to talk about it is it literally looks like this game with a fancy coat of paint. Let's talk about this game first. The story is a princess gets kidnapped and you gotta try to save her. Really nothing more to that than something simple, nothing different than, say, Super Mario. A lot of the fun of this game is the challenge of trying to find your way around literally a labyrinth of a castle. The game is cool because it's done in an isometric view, so it's done in like a 3/4 camera angle, which is very unique because you kind of get to see the platforms and everything around you, but there's a huge drawback though. The D-pad doesn't accommodate for this. So the directions, unlike say Super Mario RPG, where that does 8 full directions and the D-pad follows you very comfortably, you know exactly what you're doing. This game, you have to kind of adjust to it, almost hold the controller at like a tilted angle to gauge everything. It still doesn't always help when you have to try and gauge everything from a height perspective as well. So when you jump off from one floor level to another, you might still end up falling more and more because you can't accurately gauge everything. So it's good, but it's a huge part of what makes the game extremely challenging. You got a couple different potions that all do different things. Some can find where certain platforms are, so they reveal hidden things. Some make you temporarily invincible. Some freeze enemies, and the other ones completely kill enemies. So you have 4 choices of potions to use, which are essentially your forms of weapons or puzzle solving. The ultimate goal of the game is to find all 5 or 6 pieces of the Staff of Deimos to beat the game. One of the hardest things about the game is its continue system. It does have continues. Unfortunately, it is a limited amount of them, and probably the largest drawback is when you pick up a continue, if you die and lose all your lives, you continue from where you picked up the continue, and each subsequent continue from that goes backwards. Basically meaning, if you have like say 3 continues, and you die here, you'll go back to this one. If you die again, you go back to this continue, and if you die again, you go back to the first continue you picked up. So you pretty much lose all the content that you've earned if you die. That is probably one of the most challenging things about this game, and the main reason why is I've never beaten it. Even with, I'm now playing it on the Retron with save states, and it's still really difficult. If you're looking for a fun challenge, and probably one of the most underappreciated, interesting titles on the NES, I'd say look into picking up Solstice. You could buy it online for fairly cheap. The reason why I want to talk about this game is there's a new game coming out that's literally a spiritual successor, or this game with a fancy coat of paint. It's called Lumo for the PS4. Let's take a quick look at that. Lumo hasn't come out yet, so I haven't been able to critique it at all. The reason why I wanted to bring it up is though, like I said, I loved Solstice as a kid, so this game is literally just a new version for a new system. I think it was like Games Radar or something that listed as one of the most interesting new titles to come out for this year. And for good reason. I haven't seen too many games at all like it. A lot of the retro-inspired games coming out are all like platform style, like Shovel Knight, Azure Gunvolt, which are both from Yacht Games, and even a lot of the download ones like Super Meat Boy, Ib and Ob, and a bunch of those are very 2D platform style, but not like this weird isometric style. That's why I liked this game. It was so unique, and it added a challenge. I want to thank everyone again for tuning in. It's been a while since my last review, or just talking about anything, simply because I was taking a little break thinking about what I wanted to do. I'm going to probably do a lot more of these style reviews, just quick little overviews of a game without them being some in-depth thing. Those will be pretty much saved exclusively for RPGs. I just want to show everybody something new that was kind of on my mind I want to talk about for a while. Thanks again for tuning in. Questions or comments, please leave something below. If you want to try and contact me, you can do it via Facebook or Twitter, or the easiest way to get a hold of me will be through my email address. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you for another review.